Please help support the channel by visiting our Amazon store for such products like the Blue Yeti microphone, affiliate link below. Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel, and Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, right now is a huge thing. People are taking out second mortgages on their homes, trying to invest into it in order to turn themselves a tidy little profit. I myself have a nice collection of Bitcoin going on through blockchain, which if you'd like to support the channel through Bitcoin, link below in the video description. But that being said, Bitcoin is unstable. Right? It goes up, it goes down, and it's gone down recently, and people are freaking out over what they have bought. I was looking at my blockchain, my wallet, and I'm just like, oh, there it goes. There goes that Lamborghini I wanted to buy. Damn it. Kidding. No, but sometimes you get situations like this where a man accidentally threw away 127 million in Bitcoin, and officials won't allow for a search. A lot of times, I mean, you know, I know a guy right now, a YouTuber right now, that's got like 3 Bitcoin on a thumb drive somewhere, and he cannot find it. And he's like freaking out. He's like, ah, it's just Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Like there's a big thing with that. People had coins hidden everywhere, because they never expected it to get this way, or they just never really, it took a long time to get there. I mean, look, before we jump into this here, I am new to Bitcoin. I'm trying to understand Bitcoin. So if I do say the wrong thing, please cut me a little bit of slack. I'm a newbie to this game, and it's definitely a lot of fun to talk about because it's cool. But this story, let's get back to the story here. So it says here that James Howells, an IT worker living in the United Kingdom, knows exactly where his misplaced 7,500 Bitcoins are, but the city council where he lives won't let him retrieve them. They say it's against the law. According to a report published in The Telegraph, Howells began mining Bitcoin on his personal laptop in 2009. In 2013, though, after he had stopped mining, the laptop was broken into parts and sold on eBay. He kept the drive that he used to collect for Bitcoin, so if Bitcoin did become valuable one day, he would have the coins he mined. And again, like I mentioned earlier, people were storing the coins they had mined. They had them in places, and you're hearing these stories come out now of people going like, where the hell did I put that? Because of how valuable it is in this kind of gold rush era of Bitcoin. Now, it says here that while cleaning his home in 2013, he mistakenly put into a waste bin at his local landfill where it got buried. That is sad, man. So this is also 4 years old. That is some shit. Now with Bitcoin's value hovering at just above 17,000, Howell's 7,500 lost Bitcoins are worth more than 127 million. CoinDesk's Bitcoin price index tracks prices. Yeah, okay, so it tracks a lot of prices and stuff. So it's worth a lot of money. He knows where it's at. Now he's got to get his hands on it. I don't know about you, but I am smelling an excellent movie for Netflix. I'm going to pitch this idea to Netflix, the great Bitcoin. You know, treat it like it's a mad world, but for Bitcoin. So it says more than 4 years worth of garbage have poured into the dump since his mistake, which would make any recovery effort a significant undertaking. A modern landfill is a complex engineering project, and digging up one brings up all sorts of environmental issues, such as dangerous gases and potential landfill fires. It's a big, expensive, and risky project, but there's $127 million on the line. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Yeah. Oh yeah, completely worth it. I am on board with that, sir, or madam, or trans lady, or fur dog, whatever you go by. I mean, $127 million on the line. My ass should be out there with a shovel and a pickaxe going like, screw it, we're going hazmat on this thing. You know, I have a kid to feed. He wants to try regardless, but the Newport City Council won't allow it. In an interview with with Wired, council spokesperson said their offices have been contacted in the past about the possibility of retrieving a piece of IT hardware said to contain Bitcoins, but digging up, storing, and treating the waste could cause a huge environmental impact on the surrounding area, which is true. You know, you've got, it's not like it was like a couple days old or something, or a couple weeks or whatever. 4 years of constantly being compacted with more and more garbage and things that are, you know, degrading and other aspects there. It can just, I mean, who knows if that entire hard drive hasn't just been melted, you know, by the acidic remains of some other person's dog urine or something. We don't even know. We don't even know. but it's also kind of like a treasure hunt at this point. X marks the spot. This is straight up, again, going back to my movie idea, Goonies, but for Bitcoin. Instead of pirates, it's a landfill. I know it's a horrible idea. But anyway, the landfill reportedly contains 350,000 tons of waste, and 50,000 more tons are added every single year. Yeah. It's likely that the hardware would have suffered significant galvanic corrosion due to the presence of landfill lechites and gases, officials pointed out. Even if the drive is recovered, it may not work after being exposed to weighty and possibly toxic waste for so long. Plus, the operation, which would require specialty construction vehicles, might cost millions. And while Howells has the financial backing in place to fund such an effort, according to Wired, he needs permission. The landfill is not open to the public, and trespassing would be considered a criminal offense. So, okay, hold on. Let's just back up 1 second, right? This dude apparently has the means to fund $1 million dollar operation into digging up this particular Bitcoin-filled hard drive. So this dude's got the money, got the means, got the know-how, got the ability to go through and do this, and yet, what the hell? Like, I don't know. I think it's, you know, he's going for that big score, but it's also like, it's a gamble. That's great. Going on to say, cloud-based services now help prevent physically losing hardware where Bitcoins are stored, but there still are a few reasons to be wary of cryptocurrencies. Some experts fear it could be outlawed, note it's hard to value accurately, and say buying it is more gambling than investing. Oh, it's straight up more gambling than investing. It is absolutely, but my God, is it exciting. Super exciting. Still, many believe the positives outweigh the negatives. Even Howells still tracks Bitcoin price. He says to Wired, but that's not because I'm obsessed with the price, because of my lost coins. I have multiple tickers running with prices in different fiat currencies, not just in Bitcoin. And if Howell does recover his Bitcoins, he'll probably cash some in. Who knows for sure, he says. I probably would have sold 30 or 40% in 2013 to invest in property and other cryptocurrencies. With the value of Bitcoin continuing to rise, some speculate that eventually Howell's lost coins will be worth a fortune, and the city council will be obligated to allow a search. If Howells finishes up here by saying, and obviously they would get a nice percentage as a gift or donation. So that's where we currently stand right now on this whole thing. This dude, apparently with enough money to fund this millions dollar operation, is trying to get permission to dig down to go get this. Now, here's the thing too, and you might be asking yourself, how would they know where it's at, right? How would they know where in a landfill this particular item might be? Well, they actually keep track, believe it or not. A couple years ago, I was watching this true crime story. It's how I found this out. And this guy dumped a body in a landfill. All right. And they ended up needing to go and dig it up. Well, they tracked it back to, he told them where he dumped the body, which dumpster he put the body in. So that route that dump truck went on, that picked up the body, ended up being able to be traced back to when it went to the landfill. And it was able to then be, you know, a grid on the landfill was going to let them know where they dumped the body. Now, unless this has changed, this is how I know that they found this, because it took them a few weeks to dig far enough down into the landfill in order to recover the body inside the suitcase. So essentially speaking, it's the same idea here. All this guy has to do is say, this is where I threw away the laptop. This is where I threw away the hard drive. So if he threw it away in a trash bin outside his home, and a trash truck came by, grabbed it, took it, they'd be able to know exactly where it's at in the landfill and exactly how far down it is. So it's not necessarily like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's a very large engineering project, and they keep a lot of very meticulous records. You would never assume that would be the case when it came to a damn landfill. But no, they do. They really do. I mean, this is a huge freaking thing. So if he can sit there and get them to do this, if he can sit there and get them to allow this to go forward like this, then he will, you know, be able to dig down and try to find it. But the likelihood, I mean, unless the hard drive is wrapped in some kind of container, you're talking about 4 years of pressure from the waste on top, the gases, the toxins, the just things degrading around it. I mean, the likelihood of those 7,500 Bitcoins being in pristine enough condition to re-harvest them from the laptop and then sell them is a very big if. And I don't know about you, but I want this to be a documentary. I want them to film them going to do this. If they were able to dig up all of the ET cartridges from the Atari, they should do this. Now, granted, those much larger cultural significance than this, but this is just me spitballing to you, and I want to know your thoughts on this one. So let me know in the comments below. My name is, of course, Matt Jarbo. This has been the Mundane Matt channel. If you guys like the channel, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and hey, if you want to catch more of these weird stories from me, you can do so right now.